Hey, it's Dash from Local Niche Marketing. In this video, we are going to review a case study, a work in progress case study, you can say, for a tax business. The client came to us and said that he had a GoHighLevel account, but he knows that he's not using GoHighLevel to its fullest potential. So we said that we are going to do an audit for you and come up with the findings, and then we can discuss the scope of the work. So we did the audit, and here were the findings. So there were pipelines already designed, but the service lines which this business was managing were six. So there were also few pipelines we need to add. There were calendars, but there were no workflows attached to the appointment confirmation or reminders. There were 238 custom fields that can be reusable. And most of the workflows, the account had only four workflows, and among those four workflows, two to three of them have some errors. You can see the errors on the right hand side. There was no phone number because they they were not utilizing GoHighLevel, and there was no dedicated domain for email services as well. Um, and they also wanted to route the leads according to the service lines, which means if a client is is selecting bookkeeping, let's say, as their service, so they want to uh, add that particular lead into the bookkeeping pipeline. So the overall system lacked a connected lead management structure. So after that, we sent them a scope in which all of the things and also some additional things were discussed. But so far, what we have achieved while working for this client is we have created proper pipeline stages for each service line, meaning that we have created six pipeline stages for their six service lines, such as bookkeeping, tax return, tax advisory, fractional CFO, and there were two other services as well. We have also created custom fields for three services so far: bookkeeping, tax resolution, tax return. And we have created a form that routes the leads based on the service selection. We also created a service line routing workflow in which if a lead selects a particular service, for example, tax advisory in the general form, so based on that, we are going to tag this lead as a tax advisory lead, and then we will create or update opportunity inside the pipeline stage of the tax advisory pipeline. We also completed no-show recovery workflow, and we are currently working on submitting the A2P 10 DLC, where we have done changes related to the form, in-form messaging that is compliant with the A2P, and also content addition for the privacy policy and the terms of service pages. However, there is a lot of work that is in pending state that we are currently doing. With that being said, now we will go into the sub account and let you guys see what we have done so far. So starting out with the pipeline, total pipelines. So the number of pipelines that are initially discussed are six that span from bookkeeping to ECA planning. Before we started working out, there were some stages that were created, but we have also created few of them. And this ECA planning pipeline was created solely from our side. So let's see when we click on edit. So you are going to see all of the pipeline stages, that is new lead, consultation booked, consultation completed, documents requested, documents received, won, lost, plan executed, signed. So you can also select any color for any particular stage color that you want. So that was the work from the pipeline stages side. We also created custom fields, and the custom fields we actually created in a very structured way by creating a new folder for each service. We are planning to create a separate folder for it so that all the information stays organized. For example, this is the bookkeeping one. So there are 64 custom fields in which we are collecting data from the leads um, related to bookkeeping and payroll services. And likewise, if we go into the tax return, so you're going to see a lot of custom fields related to tax return, which have different type of field types such as date picker, single line, file upload, where they can upload their prior year return, and they can also upload their 1098 mortgage interest. So there are a lot of fields in it which are required by any tax return business. Coming to the forms, so we have created forms. This one in particular is the general form, which has first name, last name, phone number, email, service line, interest, and that is a drop down. If they are interested in any type of service, they can select it here, and based on this, they will be added to a particular pipeline stage. I will go to the workflow, but and how can we help you? So this form is going to get all of the information from the lead and inside the automation. So we have created a workflow in which we are on a form submit if the service line if a service line is bookkeeping. So for example, service line equals tax preparation. So service line is our custom field, includes tax preparation. A tag will be added as tax prep, and then we will be creating an opportunity inside the pipeline named tax preparation pipeline. We are sending the initial SMS to the lead email, and then we are notifying the staff member to contact them ASAP. This is a big workflow because it has 6 different service lines, and we need to add them to their proper pipeline for their specific services. Coming to the next workflows, so the calendars, we have created 6 different calendars. Some of them are already built, but this is a recipe we have used already for the appointment confirmation and reminders. And so there is that, and this is the very you know very important workflow that every business should have. That is a no-show recovery sequence, in which if a lead has not shown up for the appointment, then what it does is enhances the engagement with the help of different actions such as text messages and emails. So in our case, if the appointment status is a no-show in a particular calendar, that is bookkeeping and payroll discovery call, so if that particular appointment is no showed, then we are waiting for 5 minutes and then sending them an SMS. Hey, we have noticed you missed your tax advisory consultation today. Strategic tax planning works best when we start early. Let's find another time. And then we are sending them a trigger link for the calendar. And then we are notifying the business owner or the staff that the no-show sequence has been activated for this particular contact, so that they can know that there might be a response coming from that lead. Then after 30 minutes, we are sending them an email. After 2 hours, if they reply, we are creating a task for the staff member to contact them ASAP, and then we are removing that lead from the workflow. And then after 2 hours, if they don't reply, we are sending another SMS. And then after 21 hours, we are sending them another email if they don't reply. And in those 21 hours, if they reply, we are again creating a task for the team member to reach out, and we are removing them from the workflow. So there is that. So that was overall working for this particular client. There are other workflows that we also need to create for data capture. So when a call is completed for a particular service calendar, then we are going to send a particular data request form on the call completion. And after that, we are going to, if they don't fill out the form in 1 day or 2 days, we are then going to create another follow-up sequence to remind them to, hey, you need to fill out this form in order to get started for your tax return or anything else, right? And then there are 3 or 4 other workflows that need to be created. And also we need to submit their A2P and also set up their dedicated sending domain for email services. That was it from the video. If you guys are in need of GoHighLevel assistance, you can contact us. Everything is going to be mentioned in the description of the video. If you have any questions, you can comment down on this video and we will get back to you ASAP. Until the next video, take care. Bye.